toxic female passengers instantly regrets threatening pilot.
Wife's office and
my ears. Rip headphone
so
users.
I'm currently in my wife's office and I wanted to show you guys something just to show you how hard she really does work. These are back to back to back to back employee of the months. Okay, we're in her office like I said, and I just wanted to give you guys a perspective of how hard she really does work. I don't think a lot of people really understand how hard she works.
Hey, listen, if you ain't catch that joke, he not talking fast, you just listening slow.
Y'all, we are literally getting
So mean.
routed to Dallas because a lady on this plane is acting very, very crazy. We supposed to be headed to Denver. They done turned this plane around.
She started to beat on the pilot door, yelling to turn this MF plane around in midair. The pilot made a Cadillac turn to Dallas to drop her off. What an idiot. I don't give a fuck. Like, look how many people are there and they only care about themselves. She probably got a mail that her guy is cheating. She forgot her iron curler. She threatened to slap both flight attendants. You know what I think that... okay, this is a joke, by the way. Don't take this seriously. But I think that in each plane they should have at least two... What are they called? The things that you put in your back and then it opens up. Parachutes. Escape pods? No, parachutes, right? I think in cases like this, they should strap the people with parachutes and then kick them out of the plane. Just show them how to do it and get rid of them. I'm just joking, by the way. You want to be dropped off? Sure. There you go. Look what she's doing, man. Now she's laying on the floor begging to stay on the plane. It's too late for mercy. Everyone has PTSD thinking she was going to open the plane door.
Here, I got you guys.
What an idiot. She paid for Wi-Fi to call the police? This is a joke. What the fuck? Yeah, wait, they're coming. They're almost there. Which police though? Greek police? Where is she right now? Oh, she's crazy. Yeah, she's definitely.
My Android works good.
Wait, Frontier Airlines risk safety precautions not having her in a seatbelt as we landed in Dallas.
Going to jail.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey.
They're all singing.
Goodbye. Na, 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 na.
Atlanta to Denver rerouted to Dallas for 3 hours. Fuel stop. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Like legitimately scared, and we're just.
Let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap.
I think we got to question even if this woman is mentally stable, because for someone to disturb the person who's responsible for you while you're tens of thousands of feet in the air really doesn't sound like the logical thing for someone to do. And any logical person knows once you get on the plane, you kind of want to do your best to really just make sure you just don't really cause any type of issue, because being able to fly somewhere isn't really as much of a right as it is a privilege. And unfortunately for her, I think it's safe to say she's going to be going no-fly list. And that's probably going to be the least of her legal troubles at this point.
It's going to affect your son growing up.
It won't, really.
You don't think it's going to affect him? How old your son?
Not massively.
Let me just turn the volume just a tiny bit. I'm your DJ.
He's 9.
He's 9. So when he gets into school,
Yeah, but like I've already planned all that. Like it's going to a private school as soon as he's in year 7.
Do you not realise private school is one of the
where bullying isn't tolerated. Do you mean?
What? You guys think private school is some Harry Potter thing? No, you're actually Harry Potter. Yes.
Yeah, but Manchester School of Boys, like, it's literally the top.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Private school is one of the most ruthless places you can send your child to, because the rest of those, you've sent them with money.
What, and you think all them kids are watching porn?
Listen, you've sent them with money, your money. They have old money. It's very different. It's very different types of money. So they're gonna know exactly how your child got in there. Now, when they go into when they're playing rugby or they're doing cricket or they're doing all these other sports, what's gonna happen is one of these kids, because they're rich, are gonna have your subscription of your OnlyFans. They're gonna bring it out.
No, because I won't have OnlyFans.
No, but and here's the thing. Once you put it out there,
it's out there. What these women don't understand is that the OnlyFans content that they post, it is still owned by OnlyFans, and they have the right to keep it on their site. They have the right to do whatever they want with it. That is the thing that these women don't. They think they can just post it, delete it. Once it's out there forever. And not only that, people who are sub to your OnlyFans can take these pictures and post them somewhere else for free as well. Like, good luck finding every single person and putting all that down. Like,
it's forever
it's out there.
And you have to be willing to understand what this does to men.
I provided him a good life. I've got an estate agent as well, property. So he, like, that is nothing. I won't be doing that then.
See how Jess is going to answer this question.
Money's not everything.
No, it's not. But I don't. What else do I want? A man to come in and
no, it's not about man. You don't even care.
I feel like if you ask your grown up child, let's say male, and you're a woman, and then you say to your child, I had to sell my body in order for you to go to university and get a career, do you think they would be happy about it? Do they think they would be proud? I think they would feel sad. I honestly think they would feel sad. But at the same time, I understand her point where she provided for the future of her kid. But at what cost? You know, at what cost?
Yeah, about the development. Do you understand?
Think
First
it's
of all,
just over.
you're on a single parent home. Every child inside a single parent, you place your child.
He sees his dad.
It's not. As soon as you take the father out of the home, you place your child at every statistical
disadvantage. Okay, but his dad cheated on me when I was 9 months pregnant and I was 15, so you wanted me to stay with him.
You picked him. Why are you having unprotected sex at 15 years old? That's another thing we need to talk about.
Yeah, true, okay.
Exactly, so it stems back to you didn't have a father at home. Yeah. Your mum kicked you out at 15. Yeah. And look what's going to happen. Then you got into the adult industry. Yeah. You're talking about you're fucked inside. Yeah. And now you're going to raise a boy, send him to private school, and his mum was basically a sex worker. Do you know what you're going to do to that man?
He'll be fine.
No, you won't be. And this is, you don't understand men. You don't understand what we go through. You don't understand it. And I'm telling you as a man, your son will not be fine.
I'm giving that money to my kids at the end of the day. It's not like I'm spending it on
and you're giving them trauma.
Louis Vuitton bag and all that.
It's not like, okay, it's not trauma per se. I would not say it's trauma. I think it's more traumatizing for the kid to like know that their parents or their mother like had a really bad sexual experience or something like that. The trauma part of it would be if they get bullied by other kids because of what their mother is doing. If in the future they always had this thing hanging around, you know, that everybody can take advantage of and make fun of, you know. It's the disrespect behind it, because men like respect. Men respect their mothers, their fathers. They like for people around them to respect their parents, even with women as well. Like, don't like talk about my parents. So the one thing you take away from them and hand it to everyone to make fun of, it's really, really bad. It's sad.
There is money. I think it's disgusting.
Because of what money provides, though, it's stability.
Let's do one at a time.
People have no morals.
Let's do one at a time. Wait there, China. You gonna respond to what Chanel Relogram said, or do you even hear?
Yeah, no, I heard exactly.
I've got kids like my kid. You know, my kids told me I don't want. Can you take your TikTok down, Mum? Like, if I take that down.
Also, they said.
Oh, your kids are asking you to take it down.
Oh, so the kids are asking, like. Think about it. Your kid buys a new t-shirt, all right? And they post it on their Instagram. And the first comment is that, did your mommy buy it with a saki? You know, like, that's what they will always think. Where does that money come from? It is important. The origin of the money, it is very important. And that is a big, huge lesson to teach your kid where the money comes from. How did you acquire the money? How did you get the money? It is important. It is a big lesson for kids.
What's it?
Shit school. My oldest kid.
You guys don't care about your kids.
Don't give a shit.
Selfish.
How
Goes
can
my
you
youngest
say
to
that?
private
Your kid just told you to take it down because they're getting shit and all you care about is money. You're absolutely selfish.
Have you got property?
Hello?
Have you got money coming in each month if you're asleep? Because I do. If I'm asleep tonight, I
Hello?
get paid, bro. I get paid, though.
Can I get
Do
my show
you?
back?
Do you? Tell
Can I
me,
get my show back?
Mr. Entrepreneur, do you get paid for sleeping? Because I do.
Blue.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Blue. Calm down, Blue.
And the issue that I kind of really see here is just the disconnect that these women have with understanding that they think that somehow money is this magical elixir that is a remedy to kind of solve and fix any problem that's going to ever like occur in the future. And I mean, yeah, money is a factor when it comes into the stability of a home, but no amount of money can create enough stability if that household is fractured. And if the person who's in charge of taking care of the child, in this case, the mother, is a fractured person who hasn't healed yet and dealt with past trauma and issues in their life, then all they're pretty much doing is setting their child up to go down the same path. They'll just end up doing it in a more luxurious fashion.
Never put your hands on a woman.
I agree.
That would be the rule.
That's what I was taught growing up.
Do you? Let me ask a deeper question. Do you agree with that rule?
No, I don't agree with that.
Why?
Because I believe that if anybody puts their hands on you, you have every right to put your hands on them.
So if a woman...
Equal.
You openly say that you'd hit a woman...
I would hit somebody if I feel that my life is in danger or somebody attacked me. It's not woman anymore because now men can be women and women can be men. So, you know, apparently we're equal.
No, I mean, like,
right?
what I honestly, in my opinion, if a woman is gonna hit her husband or her man, then he should hit her as well. It's not fair. It's not all right. Even if it doesn't hurt as much, it's still not all right. It's so disrespectful. It hurts emotionally. All right, if it's because a man is stronger, maybe it doesn't hurt him physically as much, but it hurts him equally emotionally. And that is really bad. So in my opinion, don't encourage the idea of a woman can hit a man, but a man can't hit back. No, a man should hit back. And that will teach a woman to never raise her hand towards her man, because if she dares to do that, then it's gonna hurt, sweetie. It definitely will.
So if a person, right, attacked me and went to attack me, I have every right to defend myself, isn't that?
Yeah, but you know that you're...
That's self-defense as well, yeah.
Yeah, but she does. But something's going on in her head that makes her think that she can take my punch.
Okay, but again, let me...
But if you know that, you know I'm physically stronger than a woman.
Yeah.
You know you're physically stronger than a woman.
Yeah.
So why doesn't she know that?
Yeah.
Let me... True.
She should know that.
We know this as men. Why
We
doesn't she
know
Why
that,
does she think
yeah.
she can do it?
I think if someone
should
is
not be able
crazy
to do
enough
it.
to actually attack someone and try to cause physical harm to a person who they know they have little to no chance of actually beating, that's a person who should not be taken lightly, because obviously they don't care about their well-being. So why would they care about yours? And this is something that men amongst each other, they understand. This is why even if you kind of just look at how men interact when it comes to sizing up other men, and if you see another man who is physically stronger and bigger and looks like he can be more physically intimidating, let's be honest, a guy will say, that's a man that I don't want to pick a fight with. And sure, while if it came down to it, he'd defend himself, but he's not just going to go up to that man and punch him. And listen, there are a lot of men who will exhibit a high level of patience when it comes to women because of
really
how they were
high
raised and
level.
what they-
Yeah, I know that. Like, it's unbelievable how much men have it in them that they should not hit back or should not fight back. And I'm not saying like, hey, go destroy her or hit her hard or whatever, but if she pushes you, gently push her back. Like, you don't have to show her 100 of your power, you know what I mean? But just don't allow it to happen to you. It is not all right. And it's equal, like equality in that. I don't think a lot of people will agree with me when it comes to that, because like, it's a woman, but why would she even go further? And like, why would she first hit? You know, like, a woman should always know that she will not win a physical fight with a man, and she should not even try it. And the fact that she even raised her hand means she wants to hurt the person that she's in front. And that is mean by itself. You know, if you are with someone, if you're fighting or arguing with someone, like have some patience, have some self-preservance, and try, if you can't like literally control your rage, just go to another room, just leave, but don't hit, because that will just lead to more pain. Like there is no good outcome coming from that. Physical arguments like that, they never end well. They just break relations, they break friendships, they break everything. There is no coming back from that pain. So I would definitely choose the less violent side, like shout at each other, whatever. But even that, like just go to another room, chill, talk later, talk tomorrow. Don't go sleep mad, talk it over. Just try not to argue. And always remember, you are together against the problem, not you against each other. So if there is a problem, you should always unite and try to fix the problem. Because if you care about each other, you will find a solution eventually. So, yeah. But that's a different story, right?
They were taught when it comes to putting their hands on women. But then there are also those men out there who will quickly deliver a two-piece, no biscuits, no fries. And because sometimes you don't know who that man is until you push him to that point, I would advise any woman not to even bother pressing those buttons in hopes of finding out.
Ms. Robinson, do you agree with Ms. Gaines that there's a difference between women and men?
If the question is about trans women,
I'm just asking, is there a difference between women and men?
I mean, what I can say here is that the NCAA has rules in place. They've had rules in place for the last decade, and when this competition happened,
I'm going to try again.
The rules were clear.
Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? It's a yes/no question. Do you believe there's a difference?
Oh, I think that we're talking about this case with the NCAA.
No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe there's a difference between women and men?
But he should say, do you believe there is a difference in what? Like he needs to specify the question. If he's trying to set her up. So if I were her, I would say, first of all, you say believe. You know, like in belief, like when it comes to court and law, it's a different thing. Like, do you think there is a difference between men and women? Not do you believe? That's a wrong question. Next would be, what is the difference that you are talking about? Physical, mental, like explain. Exactly.
Man, most people could answer
He's
this
not
very
finishing.
simply.
It's a yes or no.
I'm curious if you're willing to do so.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just putting it into the context of the conversation that we're having. I think that there are definitions related to sex.
Is
but
that
I
a
also
yes?
think
So I'm
that
trying to
when
get a yes or no. I'm not trying to get a speech.
I'm
there a difference between women and men?
I think that there are definitions for biological sex.
Okay, so you're
which
not
is
answering
different
that.
than
Let me
gender.
ask you this question then. Why do women's sports exist? If you can't define a difference between women and men, why not abolish women's sports and just tell little girls to swim with little boys and see who wins?
Oh, I'm simply saying that that sex is
My
different
question,
than gender.
why
and I do believe that women's sports have a great
exist?
value. I mean, Senator, I'll tell you right
Ms.
now.
Robinson, please answer the question I'm asking you.
Absolutely.
Why do women's sports exist?
I think that there are so many positive benefits to sports.
But
I mean,
why have a
we talked
separate
about it here
category for
today.
women? If there's no difference between women and men, why to have women's sports?
You know, I'm probably not alone with this thought process, but as a kid, you know, you used to watch all the futuristic TV shows and you would say to yourself, man, wait till we become adults and, you know, we're going to have so much advanced technology. We're going to have jet-packed, backpacks that let you, get to places faster and flying cars and, teleportation devices, all this futuristic stuff. And don't get me
Where are you going with this? Teleportation devices. Let's hear.
wrong. Technology has come a long way. But I think it's safe to say none of us thought that this would be the breaking news of the day in today's day and age. Trying to figure out, are men and women different? I mean, because of course.
It is so backpedaling. It is so backward thinking. It's so waste of time. Instead of focusing on other more important things about life and living and how to make life easier for everyone, they complicate it because they're entitled and they're bored and they don't have any issues anymore. Like the modern woman has it all and now she's bored. She doesn't know what to argue about. She needs a bigger purpose in her life. She needs to figure that out. But I'm not only talking about modern women. There is so many other issues as well. Gosh, man, like honestly.
Of course there are differences between men and women. Stevie Wonder could see that. That's the obvious. But when you have people like this who don't want to admit to simple logic because it doesn't line up with their agenda, this is what you end up with.
What's your preference? Do you have one?
Definitely taller than me, like by a lot. Taller than me is like crazy, but
Easy.
Like 6'6" plus.
So athletes?
NBA player. Yeah.
What? What? Who?
No,
There's no way.
I can't let that one slide.
No.
How is she even going to be able to tell?
No.
5'11", 6 feet, 6'6", to her, it's all going to look the same.
Yeah.
But what if summer comes to you?
Not only that, but like... Like, why? Think about it. Just think about it.
Pretty as she is and says, Mom, I want to be a city girl.
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No. I want her raised totally different. Like, you know, I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like, I really want her to just be like, you know, like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother wave. Like, you know, I kind of was raised different.
English?
So I don't want to raise her up how I was raised. So, you know, I'm a city girl, ain't nothing wrong with it, but I don't want that for my daughter.
We have a problem. We have a problem.
Wait, when they say city girl, do they mean like, what do they mean by city girl? Like a girl walking around outside, hanging out with men? Is that a city girl? I don't understand. If she's a city girl and she doesn't want her daughter to be a city girl, but she's proudly a city girl, that's a problem.
Gentlemen, we have problem.
Yeah, we know.
So just to be clear, she does admit there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a city girl. But despite there being nothing wrong with it, she doesn't want her daughter to be one.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, this is not really anything new where parents don't want their kid to do the same thing they had to do in order to be successful, or whatever you want to call it in this case. We've seen it with football players who don't want their kids playing football because they see the inherent dangers with playing football and that could occur, and also with other dangerous sports and things of that nature. But here's the big difference. Those parents are willing to admit that the very reason they don't want their kid doing it is because they think it's too dangerous. It's something wrong with it. They wouldn't approve of their child having to go to those lengths to have to be successful in life. They want them to go another route. She says, there's nothing wrong with being a city girl. I just don't want it for my daughter. That's just plain hypocrisy. And the reality is she has put herself in a position where she cannot speak truthfully, or at least for the most part, be honest with herself and her fans. For her to come out and simply say, is something wrong with young girls who want to be city girls? They should not want to be that. I don't want that for my daughter, and I don't want that for anyone else's daughter, contradicts what she's selling. And since she's already sold out and is willing to do whatever she has to do in order to make a buck, what she's basically saying is, I don't give a damn about what I put out and how it may affect young girls, just as long as it's not my daughter. So guys, as always, questions, comments.
Yeah, exactly. Because everything you do in life will leave an impact and an influence on people. And maybe young women will see her succeeding in her job and pretending to be happy and pretending to support it 100% and back it up. And then saying that she would not like her kid to do that, then what are you doing? Because you are literally setting an example for other people. Everything you do, everything you say, every action, it speaks loud, and everything is important. So think carefully before you do or say things out there.
Guys chiming in, don't forget, hit the like and subscribe button if you've been enjoying the content. And as always, until next time.
Until next time. That was really fun.